previously on the Ark.
That story you told me about my daughter being killed by a stray bullet.
I made it up to get you to space with weapons. I hope you find her.
Arc 1 and the EF2 will depart within the hour. When we arrive, you wait behind at a safe distance. We'll negotiate with the others for you to peacefully join the colony. When it's safe, I'll summon you. EF2 just left. Why didn't we?
Have you tried D?
You may kiss the bride.
What if the patterns are so interconnected that you can't pull one off the coma without the other?
Oh my God, it worked. We're ready to go.
FTL has disengaged successfully.
Coordinates confirmed. We are at the rendezvous point. The edge of the TRAPPIST system.
How's it look, Alicia?
Everything we thought seems to be accurate. TRAPPIST is a yellow dwarf with a mass of 95% that of our sun. TRAPPIST 1D is the fourth planet from the star. It's a few hundred kilometers further away than Earth was to our sun, but it's almost identical in mass.
Okay, translation.
It's remarkably similar to Earth. Chances are really good it can sustain human life.
Well, then let's see if anybody's home. TRAPPIST 1D, this is Arc 1. Do you read?
Are we in comms range?
We're within the solar system, and interplanetary signals should easily reach the planet.
There's supposed to be at least 4 arcs here ahead of us.
Why is nobody responding?
Arc 1, this is Home Base 1, ground control. Very happy to hear you made it. Chart a course to our location. Right ascension 230629. Declination 050228. Angular position 240 degrees.
Got that?
Oh, hell yes.
We'll let you know once we set course. We just need to make sure everything's in working order coming out of FTL.
Of course. Take all the time you need. We're so fortunate to have you joining us.
I've got to be honest. I never actually thought this day would come.
I knew it would.
I wish he was here to see this.
Isn't the EF2 supposed to be here?
They have a Type 2 FTL, so it will take them a bit longer.
Do we really expect the colony to welcome an EF ship with open arms?
Let's hope so. The government is likely to be more receptive in person. I'll go down there and talk to them.
Well, if there's anybody who can talk him into it, it's Captain Sharon Garnett.
We'll see. Hopefully, we'll be able to go back to Vega with good news.
So you're a post-human too?
You heard?
Why didn't you tell me yourself?
It wasn't relevant to your treatments.
Not relevant? This whole time, I thought no one understood me. Why didn't you say anything?
I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to remember the experience. Kelly, you are a shining example of everything a posthuman can be. I was nothing more than a failed experiment.
Isn't that what Mother called me?
Well, she was wrong about you. But not about me. My implants failed a few weeks after they were put in. Almost killed me.
If it went that badly for you, why would you put me through the same thing?
Because your implants are the new and improved version. I knew they'd work. And I knew they'd be a gift.
Real gift.
Yes.
I'm a freak.
No. You are so much better than any unenhanced human could ever be. You can do so much for us all.
What are you doing here?
I got a call to come down and recalibrate the U-238 ratio.
Yeah, I called. But I thought Mr. Trust was on duty?
He says his sciatica's flaring up. Funny how that happens whenever he has to do any work.
Maybe we should get him down here. He usually does the calibration and the reactor is a little unpredictable.
Don't worry, I can handle it. That shouldn't be happening.
We gotta get out of here.
I can fix it, I just need a second.
Explosive discharge in sub-engineering.
It's a coolant leak from the reactor.
Can you access it remotely? Shut down the leak?
Just did. Activating anti-radiation scrubbers now. Okay, this should stop the radiation from spreading to the rest of Arc 1.
Oh, what about whoever was in that sector? Alicia, can you tell me what happened?
I don't really know. There must have been something wrong with the reactor. Maya tried to get me out in time, but she...
The coolant hit her at close range in the face and back.
Looks like it's thanks to her that Alicia's burns from the steam are fairly minor.
Well, I'm glad you're gonna be okay. Let's get Maya healthy too. I'm gonna head to sub-engineering to see if Ava's figured anything out.
Sure thing.
Hey. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. Did that hurt?
No, it felt good. Your hugs are the best medicine.
Alicia's burns from the steam are fairly minor.
Okay, that's good news, right?
Maya was only there because I wouldn't leave.
Is she gonna be okay?
To be honest, I don't know yet.
Find any explanation of what happened?
Not yet. Of course, just as my sciatica flares up, you need me for a radiation leak.
It was a blowout, and Alicia and Maya are in medbay.
What happened? You feeling better, Mr. Trust?
It was a reactor explosion, some sort of problem when Alicia was adjusting you to a 38 ratio.
But Alicia could adjust this in her sleep. She'd never get it wrong. I need to see the reactor logs. There's got to be something more than this.
Good. Ava will help you. Keep me updated on any developments.
Yep.
Hey, Sharon. Way up.
I have a lot to do before we get to Trappist.
I know. Look, I wanted to tell you that if you ever need to talk about anything, I'm here for you.
Thank you, but that's not necessary. We barely know each other.
Really? Because after all we've been through, I feel like I know you better than I've ever known anyone.
You know a person in your dream, not me.
But it sure looked like you. Smelled like you too. I don't know about you, but I can't just turn off my emotions like there's some kind of switch.
Neither can I. But it's hard to get past the fact that it's still just a dream. I'm sorry.
Go to Sub-Engineering 5. Find wall panel 23 and swap the capacitor labeled D23 with the A26 capacitor.
I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong WD code. You need engineering.
No, Mr. Strickland. I'm talking to you.
Who's this?
All you need to know is that we have your daughter.
That's not possible. This is some kind of con.
It's not. I have Catherine.
Then let me speak to her.
Daddy?
Catherine. Is it really you? Where are you?
Careful, Mr. Strickland.
I need to make sure if it's really her. Catherine, do you remember the name of your favorite book? The one we used to read every night before bed?
you.
Catherine, are you okay?
I'm scared. Are you coming to get me?
Yes.
We're out of time. Captain Garnett is about to knock on your door. If you say anything about this conversation, your daughter loses a finger.
Hey, I finally repaired your baton. I told Kimmy I'd bring it down. I wanted to talk to you about prepping some security protocols for Trappists. Are you okay? Did I interrupt?
Sorry, I'm just preoccupied with designing the new protocols. I'll have some actionable ones soon.
Great. I want to go over them first thing tomorrow.
Of course.
Leave you to it. Felix. Get some sleep. You're looking like you're working too hard.
We need your help.
Why are you not in your cell?
I brought her. I told her about Maya. I thought maybe she could help.
Help how?
I want to use my nanites to help Maya, just like Dr. Kabir did with Angus.
It's a nice idea, but it's not possible.
What do you mean? We've done it before.
The nanites aren't built to deal with radiation poisoning. It would just destroy them.
Well, wouldn't they at least speed up the healing before they're destroyed?
It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. I know you're just trying to help, and I appreciate it, but that's just not the way.
Felix, where are you? I thought we were having a defense training session.
Sorry, must have dozed off.
You never just doze off. You okay?
Yeah, Gunnar has been working overtime for these protocols for Trappists, but I'll make it up to you later this week. I'm sorry.
You better. Okay. Okay. Okay, you can do this. You got this. You know how to do this.
You were so close, Mr. Strickland.
How did you know I didn't do it?
We know everything that happens on that ship. Disobey us again, and you will regret it.
Ow, please don't hurt me.
Do it. Now.
What exactly will changing these two capacitors do?
Now, or she loses an adorable little finger.
Strickland, what are you doing down here, mate? Want a hand with something?
No, there's no need for that. Security got a call about a potential loose wire, but it all looks good.
A loose wire? I didn't hear anything about a loose wire. Why would they send for security for that?
It was a security system contact. But nothing seems off. I'll just get out of your hair.
The Doge is overloaded. Blow out its regulators.
Will it endanger the crew?
No, but we need to fix it to make the rest of the journey to Trappist.
Can you tell what caused it?
Seems like it was some sort of capacitive short circuit.
Okay, first we have a reactor blowout, and then the dope blows? Do you think they're connected?
I don't know, but I'll find out.
Felix, see if any of the other sectors have reported problems.
Of course.
I'm gonna head to engineering.
Here to bring me some more bad news?
It's kind of your thing now, isn't it?
Not a great thing for a doctor. Actually, I wanted to talk.
Here we go.
I apologize for not letting you know about my implants.
You should have told me. Would have been nice to think I'm not the only freak around here.
Stop calling yourself a freak. You have so much to offer.
So you say. One second, you're telling me that my implants are amazing. And then the next, that they can't help when I need them to.
You already have been using them for good. Think about it. Healing Aang is protecting Alicia from Milo's clones.
So why couldn't you have used my blood to heal Maya too?
Because I didn't think it would help her.
You didn't think? So it might have.
Kelly, I'm just trying to do what's best for you.
What's best for me is to let me use this tech you put inside my body to do some good. At least make up for some of the bad I've done.
You already have. And you'll have the opportunity again. I'm merely trying to teach you your own limits so that one day, if I'm not around, you can protect yourself.
Protect myself from what?
People, Kelly. People will try and take advantage of you. I know because they've done it to me too. They'll try and use you for their own needs, and they don't care if it hurts you.
Kind of like Mother did.
Yeah. Exactly like Mother did.
She's gonna be on that planet we're going to, isn't she?
Probably. Kelly, did you mean what you said on the shuttle? Next time you saw her, you would kill her?
I meant it then.
And now?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You know, I think the people use the term genius a little too freely.
What's that supposed to mean?
You completely butchered the code to regulate the uranium ratio. That's what triggered the radiation blowout.
I could code better than this when I was in diapers. It's rudimentary and clumsy. It's a glaringly obvious mistake.
Obvious? Or intentional?
I need to talk to you.
Oh, I can't talk about this anymore.
No, it's not about that. It's about the don't. Or at least it might be. I'm not sure yet. I don't mean to be out of line, but have you noticed that Strickland's been acting a little bit strange?
Strange how?
Well, nothing I can put my finger on just yet, but I saw him by the power distribution junction, sub 5 earlier today, and now the dope that it supplies is overloaded.
What are you implying?
Well, like I said, I don't mean to be out of line, but...
Too late. Look, I trust Strickland with my life. I'm sure he had good reason to be there.
Of course,
Right
but-
now, we need to focus on fixing the dope and getting to the bottom of that explosion, not going off on some wild goose chase.
Yes, I know,
And
but-
I need you to make sure that everything is running smoothly in engineering. You found something?
Yes. When Mr. Truss and I went over the code base for the reactor, we realized that somebody intentionally changed the coding.
To do what?
They rigged it to vent radioactive coolant to kill anyone near the malfunction without disabling Arc 1.
So it was targeted?
Are you saying this was an attempted murder?
There's no other explanation for what happened.
Well, yeah, but who would want to kill Alicia and Maya?
Mr. Truss is in sub-engineering trying to see if he can track who made the changes, but the logs have been wiped.
Felix, I want to go through the background check you did on Maya. She's a 15er. Maybe there's something we missed about her past?
Felix? You all right, mate?
Strickland?
I'm sorry, I was just thinking I saw Ian lurking around some of the restricted areas of the ship shortly before the explosion and before the dope blew.
If you have a hunch, follow it. Won't be the first time we are wrong about someone.
Log into the personnel failsafe.
That could endanger lives. If the reading is inaccurate, it could indicate that someone is safely inside the airlock after an EVA when they're not, and vice versa.
Do it. We need something else from you, Mr. Strickland.
How long is this going to go on?
It will be over soon.
What do you want me to do?
You need to volunteer for a spacewalk.
So the explosion was intentional?
Unfortunately, it looks that way. But we're doing everything we can to figure out who had access to the code, what their motive could be, and whether you or Maya were the target. Or both.
So what happened to Maya? It wasn't my fault?
No. Somebody modified the coding so the reactor would vent.
Why do you think somebody would want to hurt me?
I don't know. But I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. In the meantime, I think it's best you stay here until we know who's behind the attack. Right. I almost forgot. I asked someone to come keep you company.
Angus!
Captain Garnett ordered me to stay in here with you. No, I thought it was a bit much to ask. You know how forceful she can be.
I'll keep you informed.
You okay?
I invited Mr. Truss because we need to discuss repairing the dote so we can make the journey to Trappist.
As usual, I'm the only person on board equipped to make a repair like that.
So we'll need to prep you for a spacewalk.
You sure you're feeling up to it? I hear you've been having some back problems.
I'm fine. When did we leave?
You don't have any objections?
Well, the last time I shirked my responsibility, Alicia and Maya ended up in medbay. But I do have one request.
Of course you do. What do you want, a full body massage?
Would you? I'd like Captain Garnett to join me. Like last time.
I don't think that's a good idea. What I mean to say is, it's not wise for the captain of the ship to go on unnecessary spacewalks. I'll go.
I have no problem.
Mr. Truss and I used to work together. He should feel as safe with me as he would with you.
Are you okay with that, Mr. Truss?
Yes, I'm fine. Felix is one of the more competent people left on the ship.
Okay, here. Ah. Yeah, can I talk to you? I think there's something up with Mr. Strickland.
Felix?
Yeah, I saw him messing with the capacitor junction before the dope was overloaded.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an explanation.
That's what Garnet said. But you see, the explanation he gave me, it didn't rightly add up.
Wait, so, Garnet told you to let it go?
Yeah.
Well, she's the captain, so let it go.
How about Bryce? Wait. I get it. You and I, we barely know each other. So why should you trust me? But I'm begging you, please, just hear me out.
All right. Go on then.
You and I both like Mr. Strickland, right? So, best case, we look into it. There ain't nothing wrong. We can pretend it never happened.
And the worst case?
We find out there is something really terribly wrong. And we did nothing to stop it. Plus, Garnet won't even listen to me, but she'll listen to you.
I have noticed he's a bit off. He seems jumpy, and it's not exactly normal for him to volunteer for a spacewalk, you know?
Yes, thank you. So what now?
Well, if the capacitor junction is the only thing we've got to go off, then I suggest we start there.
It's not really my thing. But jazz, oh, now that's my favourite kind of music.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Spence, he hated jazz. He actually said it was like a group of people who couldn't read music trying to guess what song to play.
You see, we're not the same person. Same face, maybe, but very different lives. Do wish I got to know him a bit better, though.
Yeah. One of the best men I ever knew.
So I keep hearing. Really puts the pressure on, eh?
You know, for what it's worth, I've always quite liked jazz. So there may be hope for you yet.
There she is. Look. 22, 86, 63. These two capacitors were swapped.
Why didn't anybody catch it?
Well, it's such a small change, you wouldn't notice it unless you were looking for it. That must be what overloaded the dope.
All right, but why would Strickland do this?
You know him better than I do, mate.
You don't think he could be responsible for the radiation leak as well?
I need to speak with you.
Of course. Come in.
Ian is definitely the one behind the radiation vent. So there's no longer any reason for you to go through Maya's personal belongings, which are still in medbay. No reason at all.
Right. Got it.
But I want to build a profile on Ian before we take any action.
Okay. council members, please report to the ready room. Alicia, please remain in your quarters. Ian will be filling in for you.
Sharon, we need to talk to you about Strickland.
I don't have time for this right now.
Sharon, please, can you
Both of you, drop it. That's an order. Everybody settle in. Hi. Have a lot to go over.
Sharon, what is going on?
I've gathered you all here today to discuss crew morale. As we move toward TRAPPIST-1D, we'll be facing a lot of uncertainty. What does this new planet hold? What will our crew's lives and roles look like moving forward? People will be looking to you all for answers. Okay, we can talk now, but keep your voices low. Felix, I am so sorry it took me so long to pick up on your SOS.
The bloody finger tapping. Morse code, of course. Mate, I should have noticed straight away. I'm so sorry.
Well, somebody explain what's going on.
I'm being blackmailed.
Oh, well, that explains it. Why couldn't you just tell us you needed help?
I realize whoever's doing this can track and listen to all of us through our WDs, and he's been watching us too. I assume through the 4 Mark III's cameras.
But we only have cameras in the bridge.
So that's why you blocked out the windows in there?
But I don't know how he knew what I did and did not do. We don't have cameras anywhere else, right?
Only on the outside of the ship.
According to Maya's communications with the blackmailer, they're monitoring all our systems.
So that must be how he knew I actually tried not to switch the capacitors.
Look, I'm not being funny, Felix, but what do they have on you? Like, why are you going along with this?
They have my daughter.
Jesus. You sure they really have her?
I asked her a question only she would know.
You heard her voice?
Yes. Yes, she's alive.
Any ideas who could be behind this?
And what they want?
None. He's been giving me small tasks. One of them led to the dog malfunction. I'm not sure what the others are for.
Well, Maya was being blackmailed too. They must have had her unknowingly change the coding to cause the radiation blowout.
But why would they want to hurt Alicia?
Maybe they didn't. Trust was supposed to be on duty, remember?
That's right, she was covering for him.
The blackmailer asked me to volunteer to do the spacewalk with Trust. He had me adjust the airlock failsafe so it would register that the personnel had returned to the airlock even when nobody was there.
Whoever's doing this wants Trust dead.
Yes, I think so because he asked me to do 2 more things. Disable the mic on Trust's EVA helmet and do the spacewalk with Trust to repair the duct.
All right. Do what he says. We need them to think they're in control. I have a plan, but we gotta work quickly, and we can't tell Mr. Trust because his reaction needs to be convincing.
Hello, Mr. Strickland. We're finally at the last step.
I thought the spacewalk was the last step.
Once you and Trust are outside of the ship, I need you to cut both of your tethers.
Both?
I'm afraid we can't have any loose ends. So we need you to die with Trust.
Now, why would I agree to that?
It's a simple choice, really. Either you die, or your daughter does.
You ready, Mr. Trust?
Yes.
Airlock depressurizing.
It seems you have a comms problem. Your mic's not working. But we're nearly there. You okay with the hand signals?
The airlock personnel sensor is registering 2 people inside. All personnel are accounted for.
Coordinates locked for TRAPPIST-1D. Initiating NEP's engines now.
Trust and Strickland are dead, or will be as soon as their air runs out. I'll take the girl back to where she belongs.
The blackmailer signal is gone and out of our systems.
Purge the foreign code so they can't get into our systems again.
Done.
We can speak freely now. Well done, guys.
Okay. Can someone explain what just happened?
I'm sorry for making you stay in your cabin, but Felix was being blackmailed. I was afraid whoever was doing it may have heard our conversation about your safety, so it seemed smarter to keep you in there.
Wait, blackmailed? Why?
Took a while, but we figured out Mr. Truss was the target. They wanted him and Felix to die on a spacewalk to make it look like an accident.
They had Felix disable Mr. Trust's helmet comms so he couldn't call for help.
And the blackmailer had him rig the airlock so the infrared sensors would indicate they both were aboard. That's how I knew they were sending him on a suicide mission.
But we have cameras on the hull. Why didn't they see a giant EF ship just sitting out there?
I swapped the camera feed to play back video from yesterday's hull camera on that side of the ship, so it would look like we'd left, and there's no EF2 ship outside.
But the blackmailer could still see the live feed from where Mr. Trust and Felix were.
That's brilliant. But if the blackmailer was monitoring our WDs and computers, well, how did you tell EF2 the plan without, using any of our comms?
Well, that's where we come in.
Bryce and I jerry-rigged an EV backpack to act as an air-gapped probe. It's not connected to any of our systems or frequencies, so it can't be monitored.
And we encoded the probe with a message for EF2 explaining that when they dropped out of FTL, we needed them to approach on the side where our cameras were blind and wait for us to leave.
All the blackmailer could see was Mr. Trust and Felix floating into open space.
Amazing.
It's EF2 requesting a live feed.
Put him through.
Hello, Captain. We made it to EF2 where we were received by Vega and his crew.
Happy to hear it.
Everything goes planned.
As far as we know, they believe you and Mr. Trust are dead.
I would have appreciated being looped into the plan to fake my death. I could have had a heart attack.
I'm sorry about that, but we didn't know how good of an actor you were, Mr. Trust.
I'll have you know that I played Hamlet at the New Old Globe.
Well, I seem to remember you buying the New Old Globe, so you cast yourself, did you, buddy?
Okay, I'm gonna need a full report on everything the blackmailer said to you, Felix.
I request permission to prioritize something else. I need to figure out where that signal came from. I need to find my daughter.
Of course, anything you need, it's yours. Felix, we'll find her. Anyone with an idea how to trace that signal, talk to Alicia and Ava. It's top priority. Ian.
Uh-oh, am I in trouble?
I wanted to thank you For trying to tell me about Strickland, I should have listened. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Ian, there's something else. I also wanted to apologize for how I've been with you. I know that we need to talk about everything, but I just need some time.
I can give you that.
Captain Garnett! I ran an algorithm to trace the signal.
And?
You were right. It's coming from TRAPPIST-1D, but I can't pinpoint where.
Home base 1.
I'm afraid so.
So whoever did this is waiting for us at our new home.
And we don't know who it is.